dollar. And it is also good to look at, I will get to the pound dollar. I can bet you anything that the pound dollar has capitulated last week. Why? Because the Oz is strong, the pound is weak, and you're probably going to see a big move in. So we'll get to that, Femi, in a minute. But let's see the euro now, because we want to make sure that we're on the right track. Because as I said, like Joe was saying, if you look at the individual currencies, you can see if something is amiss or not. If everything is working fine, then we have our confirmations. So this is the euro dollar index. Yes, I had a down week. It's not particularly negative. It didn't even on Friday was unable to break below Thursday's low. Wednesday's low was 140.80. It actually came back and closed at it. It's not the most positive thing in the world, but yet it's not negative. So I wouldn't be gung-ho on selling the euro dollar. I will be selling it when it takes out these lows or take out this high, which is the 140 handle. We're going to see that. And the bias here, again, since the euro is reasonably strong and the dollar is reasonably strong, we need to be careful or be precise with our entries. So we would take the entry from the intraday. Yes, my bias is to the downside, but in this case, I will only short it below. You see, this is the 2 days low, this is the 3 days, the 1 day. So I will short it below the 140.50, the 140. So my short, which is actually, oh, that's brilliant. Look at this, guys. It was actually the short from last week. And that wasn't triggered. So we're going to leave it there. Let's see the structural short. Where my structural short from last week is 140.03, which we haven't traded below it. So we'll make the short point and the structural point one and the same, because we're sitting right at it. It's only, we're looking for 25 pips to the downside, and we're going to take it from there. And if we go short below these, the 140.35, which is a structural point, then I'll place my stop above it. Now, for the guys that are here for when I put the stop at the same as the entry, this doesn't mean that it is the same as the entry. When you have a structural point and a short point, or a structural point and a long point, one and the same, this means that this is a very powerful trade, and you should keep a very tight stop. So we use the same value as a stop, just as an indication for us to be careful. And if it gets back above this point, you just give it 20 pips or so, just to be reasonable, but that you don't want it to stay above that point too much. Okay. On the long side, I mean, I can't find anything here on the this. I will be looking at the 140, 138, because you can see here the move above it. It gave us some good solid 100 pips when it came above it the last time, and it also was here, was initially some sort of a good, was a pretty good significant point over here. So, and it was also right above we had our buying point and our stop below it from last week. So we're going to use that the same again this week. So our buying point is going to be the 141.38. Okay, and if I buy it here, I'll place my stop below the market side, which is the 101.04, and my structure long is the 142.16, which was here from last week. So to wrap this, the euro dollar, my buying point is the 141.38, and if I do buy it, my stop is the 141.04, so I'm risking about 40 pips average on that trade. My structure long is the 142.16. My short is, my short point is my structure point, is my short stop, which is the 104, 140.35. Okay, so my short point and my structure short and my stop are one and the same, and that is the 1.4035. Okay, all right, that is the pound